Hello. How's everyone doing? Just got my 5-guy door dashed. I'm gonna sit back and watch Dad build a board. Thank you, Bobby. Not thank you to Annette, who's harassing me as usual. Hi, Annette. How you doing? 18 minutes late? Yeah, we had a last-minute board change, so I need to, A, figure out what switches I'm using, B, figure out the keyboard, like the details for everyone. I don't know. It was not expected. I legitimately thought that we'd get the S100 by today, because that's when we agreed upon doing it, but it didn't show up. Did not show up as per the usual. Been happening a lot lately. Like, I'm not saying it's super frustrating, but it is kind of like, you know, to contact Keybay Tech like 2 hours ago and be like, yo, can we do yours today instead? Because I was really looking forward to doing the S100, so. I asked Apiary last night who her biggest inspo, and start the stream off strong. I asked Apiary last night who is her biggest inspo, and you were the first person she mentioned. Oh, thank you.
Imagine
thank you,
a knock at your door and it arrives like 45 minutes into the stream.
Today. It's gonna come like probably next week now, Gingy. So I wish I'd wait an extra 45 for you guys, but
sorry I missed most of last stream. My wife wanted to watch a movie on Wednesday. We watched Kingsman. I'm here now though, and I'm staying.
Sup, dude? How you doing? Yeah, and then I wanted to do like one other thing before stream started, and oh god, it's just didn't even get a chance to do that. So it's okay. I mean, I know you're beautiful, man, but I still get surprised every time you turn cam on. Damn, real. Appreciate that, bro. So sad about the S100, but this other keyboard sounds based. It's a good price point too. I was really debating on what to even do tonight, and I was considering getting some of the stuff done for the Eden Round 2. Mark II, whatever, stream number 2, but that all came last minute as well. Penguin's been extra diligent about sending me all the stuff about fixed parts and just updates, so it's not his fault, it's just, gosh. I know they get very well, and we spoke. Now I'm a product photographer for their products. Very awesome, GVB. I was actually just literally looking at some of their switches, because, again, I didn't really have switches planned for tonight, and I was thinking about doing these, but 2 hours plus I had to do other stuff, wasn't enough time to get these done. I have some other ones from them too. Just eat dinner and stream in silence. It'll be avant-garde. Yeah, maybe. Imagine if they deliver the S100 and you open the box and it's the whiteboard instead. Bro, Annette is looking for a band today. Fucking hear me out, bro. Hear me out, guys. If we hit 50 subs today, I will ban Annette for a whole week. That's crazy, right? I'm joking. I won't do that. But I'll ban him for 5 minutes. If you guys want. Just imagine. Really? I'll ban him for an hour. I'll time him out for an hour. Ban speedrun? Don't tempt me. I know, one whole hour without Annette, dude. He is speedrunning to become like the new Adam. It's crazy. This is the PC Kohaku. It is. Full sellout mode? Bro, I'm here for it. Alright, when it comes to banning Annette, dude, someone designed a board that has a whiteboard on the bottom. Honestly, that's kind of cool sounding, though, to be honest with you. I'm not even gonna lie.
God damn, dude.
Thank you, Burn. Appreciate the 5 tier 1s, man. Thanks for the start of the Annette Timeout Fund. Some bad news. I guess we'll start off the stream with some bad news and maybe some good news afterwards. Ban him like Pottery banned Alex.
Ban him like Pottery Barn banned Alex from getting his whiteboard.
Okay, so bad news. Remember how I thought this was working? It does turn on. Are you not going to do it for me now on stream? This still flickers like it was before. So this is not 100%, but I mean, it still works somewhat. So this is the broken camera. It still works sometimes. I find it seems to be temperamental. This one, I don't know if this will turn on now for you guys. This one, let's see if this will freak out. I don't know. Sometimes this will freak out too, but we'll see if it freaks out today. Oh, they're just not going to do it. It seems to be very temperature sensitive. No, maybe it's not going to freak out today. Noisy lens? Yeah, this lens is very noisy. This was doing the exact same thing it was doing last time it freaked out, so maybe it won't do it today. Cool. Maybe it's not going to do it. But they've been sensitive, these cameras. Very, very sensitive. I don't know if I'm going to risk taking these outside.
Guess my evening is planned and my watching my faff streamer.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that, Crowned Clown. And also, thank you for the follows and the bits, guys. Another expensive hobby? Well, I think I'm just going to sell them for parts. Like, they're in decent working condition at the moment.
Good to be back, my friend.
Hi, Mies. How you doing, dude?
Friday.
Yeah, I know, enthusiast. But they're in decent working condition, so I'm probably just going to sell them for parts. I'm not going to sell them as working, though. I'm going to see how much I can get for them. And if they equate to enough money, I might grab myself a small little, like, $600 Fuji used camera if I can even find that.
Manta, and the Intro S100 public. Still figuring out which board I want to get.
Yeah,
Can you give me reasons why Mantas are better than capybaras? Because right now I'm struggling to think of one. Capybara are top tier animal friends, orange heart.
God damn.
I don't know why everyone's named after animals for bowl, but you know what? Capybaras are pretty fucking sick. I have to admit, yo, bro, Adam, and it's really quiet right now, huh? And it is really, there it is. And it is getting timed out for, I think, 600 seconds. All right, there he is. He has been timed out, everybody. You guys don't have to hear Anit harass me for 5 minutes, dude. Maybe again. Maybe we do a second one. That's only 5 minutes? Hot 600? Oh, did we say an hour? That's right, we did say that. When he gets untimed out, I'll redo it. Hey, it's that Keeb guy. Yo, scammed. No, we'll redo it. Compliment for Jishi? Also, thank you, Pocket, man. That's fucking incredibly kind. Hey, you know what, man? He started off harassing me, bro. That's crazy. He gets to peek after 5. We'll see what he says. We'll let Pocket figure out his case afterwards, okay? We'll let Pocket figure out his case afterwards. Compliment for Jishi. Jishi, you know who I would never time out? Not even for 5 seconds? You, all right? Jishi, I love you. I hope you're having a great day today. And I hope it continues to be very blessed for you, all right? Thank you, thank you. So kind of you to ban him, Pocket. Yeah. So kind of you, Pocket. Thank you very much. That's the push we all needed. I was going to say something. Oh, unfortunately, I hope you guys are understanding of this. Everything but I think 4 or 5 of the giveaways is shipped out. I was trying to get to them today. Unfortunately, I had to do some other stuff, and I wanted to get some other client work out before the giveaways. I did bring the remainder of all the boxed ones, like everything shipped. It's just there's 5, and I think 1 for drop-off. So a total of 6, I believe, but 5 I have to ship for the giveaways. I'll probably end up doing them tomorrow morning, but I couldn't get them out today as I promised, because today I was supposed to do the last 5. But yeah, unfortunately I had some stuff come up that I had to take care of first. I got baited, so not giving you guys excuses, but let me tell you guys about the day. I assumed the intro was coming in today because I was supposed to get a big thing of DHL stuff, and one of them is from the person who would normally ship me the intro. So I prepped all of these. And this took me like all day. And then I was doing some other stuff on top of this, as well as some product photography, only for everything not to show up. So it's been kind of, I've been kind of running around like a chicken with no head today. So, yeah. New to the keyboard community, I know nothing. Here for my first stream. SR, glad you're here. Hope you're having a great day. If you have any questions, let us know. But we're probably going to be using these switches today. I don't know. Maybe I'll just use those milky yellow since I already made them. But some Lumen Key Astral switches. These are kind of fun. So I was thinking we do these. But yeah, that's pretty much my day though today, guys. It was chaotic, to say the least. Very, very chaotic. And then I was trying to clean today, but I didn't get through it because of all the chaos. So, love the packaging. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Me too. I like it a lot. At least you got something done. I just ran into audio issues and broken keyboard battery. Oh, dude, audio issues are never fun. Never, ever, ever.
Hope you have a great day.
Thank you, Limu. I appreciate the prime. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, it is. It's definitely been chaotic. Love the packaging as well, though. And then yeah, we're gonna take a look at the board. Hi Alex, can you do the Key Geek? I'm in another build, please. I really need to hear them again after the Polygon. Oh, if I have, actually I don't have any more Key Geek LM switches. I'll have to take him out of the Polygon. Once I'm done with the Polygon, I'll take him out, Matt, and we'll put him in something else. So we shall see. But for now, let's see the board. This is called the base. When are we building the intro? I have no idea at this point. Whenever it comes in, I'll just I'll have to make a random day.
Wait, since he gifted 50, does that mean
no,
we get
that was
to
different.
Use?
Different thing. JQ, thank you so much for the 10 gifted, dude. That's crazy kind of you, man. Thank you. That's very, very kind. But the base is a 75% that starts at, and doesn't really go much further than, $170. So nice. It's pretty good value.
I had a wonderful day today. Went to buy some sketchy gas station nachos and cheese sauce for a snack, and after eating it, I felt my brain and my conscience going into a higher dimension, which made me realize something. Did you know? Huh? Did you know that when you nacho cheese on chip, on nacho, taste chip nacho cheese on you? This is because nacho cheese and taste chip on nacho cheese is reference to taste chip on your cheese.
We found the next band candidate. Oh man. Yeah, what that said. So this is called the base. Thank you, Zany, for enlightening us about nacho cheese. The base starts at about 170, and then I think the most you can really get it to if you... I mean, it looks like the most. I don't know if you can do this actually, but it looks like 211 if you want to go with all the fancy special edition colors and stuff. But realistically, I think most people will probably end up at, if you did want to just change the weight, 191, but it seems to be just a weight pattern, not really the weight itself and material as far as I understand. So about 169. It's a 75% board, and this is by Keycap. Keycap also did the W70, and honestly, Keycap's been doing some great stuff. They've been a great vendor. I've had people come to me telling me all about their customer service with Keycap and how great it's been, so pretty cool, pretty nice. But let's take a look at what's inside the bag here. So this is going to be pretty simple. They already told me this is going to have a pretty simple PCB with a pretty fixed layout, so I get it. But we have some different options here. Oh, you clipped the nacho cheese. We got palm in the box. I'm assuming PC and aluminum. And then, ooh, a gold weight. So it's a pretty, I'd say this is not the most gigantic weight in the world, but it has some heft to it. About right for the price point, I'd say. And then what else do we got here? There's a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, this is the fun part about this board. I don't think you'll get all these in the box. I think these are just for demoing. But this is a board where you can kind of customize it with different badges. So we'll take a closer look at some of the cool badges. I like that Nintendo one, actually. The Game Boy's cool. So interesting little thought process there, as you can do that with different badges. I do believe this is wireless as well. And then we have some accent pieces you can swap out. And then, what is this? Are these screws? No, these are feet. And then it looks like our gasket tadpoles, or whatever you want to call them, gasket pieces, grommets. And then we have our wireless receiver, which I can't use today. Zany had too much dip on his chip. You know, oh, there's switches in here. We could also use these too. I didn't realize he put switches in here. Could also use these. These are the blue cheese ones. We've used these. These are really nice. And then, uh-oh, I see a broken piece in here. So this might have fallen off something. It looks like the on and off switch. It might have come off the PCB. It's okay. I will mention that, and that is going to be maybe a packaging thing. But we'll see where exactly that came from. I don't even know. Did that come from here? Oh, maybe it did come off of this. I think it did. It might have. Just a spare? It could also be just happens to be in here. It's fixed? Oh. Is this not... Hi, how you doing, Chester? How you doing? Is this just like a spare thing that I should just move to the side for now? What is this? Are these accents? Prototype had some bad packaging. Ah, I see, okay. Okay, so you've already looked into that. That's awesome. Some more accents. Oh, yes. All right. Now let's take a look at the board here. Yeah, there's a lot of colors. We'll go through the colors, too, in a second. I just want to show you guys the board. The special blue is beautiful, though. Yeah, the special colors are neat. How much is this again? It starts at $169 US, and then the Canadian... You know, I should tell you guys Canadian, right? That should be a thing I do more often, because I'm from Canada. I should. I shouldn't be afraid. Sometimes I'm afraid, because last time I mentioned something in Canadian dollars, I got a bunch of mean YouTube comments. 245 CAD. So, 245 versus... Damn, the dollar sucks right now. 170 USD. Should only do Canadian? Yeah, I know, right? The weight is really cool on this. What color is this? This is a really neat... Is this the sparkly black one? Hold on. Flash black. Is this flash black? Is that what this is? I like, though, the pattern on this. There's some... I believe this type of finish, when you have these, like, circle-y things... I don't know if that's just my camera... But I think that's called noiring, right? Is that what the term is for that? When you have those like circle-y things? This is actually a really cool weight. Damn. More pattern, right? I did not expect this to be like this in person. I just thought it was going to be like this and static like this. That's, again, because I have not watched a video of it. My assumption was it's just going to be a fixed pattern and no matter how I tilted the board. But that is actually really cool. The coating is okay. I've definitely seen a little bit of a better coating on some of the more expensive boards with these types of finishes. You can sort of see, I mean, there's not much handling that's happened so far. But looks like some hot spots with the coating if you have certain lights. But I'd say this is the light you're probably going to use, and you're not going to have a big studio light flashing on it, but just to, you know, really criticize it. I like the color, though. It actually has some multicolor sparkles in it. I don't know if that's picking up either, but I hope it does. Kind of cool. Very, very neat. Physically, I like the board physically a lot, too. This is really nice. This definitely gives me Matrix vibes. Definitely. A little bit more cleaned up compared to Matrix, I'd say, though. Not as, like, out there. In fact, I don't mind this. I think this is a nice in-between. The gold's cool, too. Personally, I prefer the default weight. Don't go PVD. Yeah, so this is the default, right, Chester? Man, I wouldn't want to swap this out. What's the material on this, Chester, if you don't mind me asking? Cool. Very nice. And these you swap out. So are these screw-in? Oh, these are magnetic. Cool. So these you can swap out, and then you can put different badges. You can screw different badges in here. Alu with NO coating. Okay. So these are where the badges would go. And then you can swap these out for different accent colors. Cool. Pretty simple. All right. That's pretty neat. Is it just me or are magnetic parts coming back? I've always been a fan of like little magnetic accents where you get a few options to pick from. Internally, this is a extremely flat, nothing going on inside. Thank you, Lanes. Appreciate it.
Thanks for all that you do for the community.
Thank you,
Looking
dude.
forward to the Manta.
Thank you so much. Ooh, wrong button. Thank you, man. But I'd say this is pretty nice, you know? Flat internals, though, I would have loved to see maybe some stepped internals. However, the moment you start adding things like that, that's going to add a little bit more of machining cost. So I guess to get things priced down, I'm assuming we just go with simplicity here, which makes sense. thinner bezels on the side, which I kind of appreciate. Yeah, I kind of appreciate... Let me zoom in a little bit. I kind of appreciate these thinner bezels on the side. And then we have a thicker chin and forehead over here on the board. Side profile-wise, what do we got going on again? I missed it. Basic box on wedge with a bit of a taper here in the middle. I'd say pretty standard fare when it comes to this. I really like this finish, yeah. Like I said, I've definitely seen maybe a smidge better on more expensive keyboards, but I can't complain for something that's going to start at $169. And the weight is really neat. Can't say I've seen this before. I think maybe the one thing I don't absolutely love is the thing that says the bass. I think this could have been maybe a bit more tastefully done, but I mean, dude, it's on the bottom. You're never going to see it. And I get, maybe that contradicts some other stuff we say, but pretty cool. I would have liked to see more configs. See, yeah, I'm definitely in the better configuration boat usually myself. I will say, though, depending on the price point of the keyboard. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I feel like if the keyboard is really expensive, I think there's a little bit of an incentive to be like, all right, maybe you should open it up a little bit more. But I also, like maybe with the Manta, for example, the one that me and Bola are working on, we might not open up colors right away just because we want to start producing things before like the sale starts. And I don't know if that's the case also with the base. And I don't know the amount of parts that they have, but is the texture smooth? Looks a lot like it would have been a rougher texture. It's pretty smooth. I don't think there's a lot of roughness, but I think the base definitely has a lot of customization you can do here. Do you mean more, Bobby, like the configurator showing you the color combos you're picking? Or do you mean like a top and a bottom color? Is that more what you mean? Okay. Like when choosing different weights. Okay. I just assumed maybe picking like different colored bottom cases and top cases. Yeah, I agree. I think maybe some better examples of what this stuff could look like. I do agree. And then bass bar accents. So I'm assuming this is the bass bar over here. This piece, this longer piece. So I'm assuming that's what that means over here. Okay. All right, let's put some feet on this, and then we can explore some other stuff with this board. But yeah, it's going to come in a bunch of different colors. Flash black, flash white, and I'm assuming the flash just means sparkles. Pink, yellow, gray blue, gray, flash red, cream, special edition mech purple, and special edition mech blue. And then the accents all come in a variety of colors as well. And then I think you can buy a bunch of different badges. How many different badges are there? Oh, they come in packs for $15. So you get 4 for $15. I wonder too, would they open that up for other people to kind of make their own packs or make their own badges in the future? That would be really cool. Evening, Alex. In chat, I come bearing good news. I woke up from a nice nappy nap, then an email saying that his hand selected to bestow a graphite wind keyless Minerva Extra. Sis, I don't have the video, but I have the article. Also, I think Anit's time has been up. Oh, there it is. Look, dude, Anit's sneaky, man. He's a smart, sneaky guy. He hasn't said anything extreme yet because he's flying under the radar. He's a smart guy, dude. I have to admit, man. Like, I would have forgotten if I just didn't remember something just now that reminded me of Anit. Anit's hoping we forget about him. I like this Anit guy, but I can smell him. He stinks. I stink too, to be honest. Today I smell. I'm not gonna lie. Right? I remembered. Fried wants a compliment. Can you give it to Anit? All right. That's a tall order, but I got you. Anit, I know you give me shit all the time, and I know we have our jokes and our fun, but I hope you know that you are a very valuable member of this community as well. And I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you do what you do. Thanks for being you. Damn, Insty, really? Not get away from me for an hour? Oh my god, no, that's too much. And it does have a ribbon cable on the inside too. All right, let's see the PCB. No, I do actually think that maybe the on and off switch broke off, but it's okay. I'm not too pressed. If Chester's saying it's already been looked into, it's already been looked into. Did it break? Oh yeah, it totally broke off. It's okay. So if anyone's watching this back and is like, oh man, this sucks, Chester is already aware that the packaging was no good for this and they're switching it out. And it broke the on and off switch. I saw it. Whoa. What sockets are these, Chester? I have never seen hot swap sockets like this. Looks super close. Are these TTC? I don't know. They usually say TTC. There usually is a brand in them. Bro, I see no brand, Gingy. I've never even seen sockets this color. They're like a light gray. I don't think they're clones. I've never seen anything. Just no brand? Oh, okay. No brand. So interesting.
I am not gonna lie, last night when I left for the gym I forgot to put deodorant on. And I felt nervous and self-conscious.
I do that sometimes too. I feel a little bit shitty sometimes when I forget. You've seen these before, Manic? Really? I've never seen them. On which board? Interesting. Interesting little PCB. Honest opinion, are all the old Sonnets... I mean, in my humble opinion, I do think the older Sonnets are great still. Would I personally pick one up versus the new ones if I had the option? If they were the same price? No, I'd pick the new one up. But if you get them even like $50 cheaper, $40 cheaper, I don't know, however many dollars cheaper, I think they're still fantastic. I still have the old Sonnets and I love them. I think they're great. One of my favorite keyboards is still the Sonnet. Like, I still use it regularly. I was literally using it up until I was taking pictures of this today. So, yes, I think so. Alexotos shirt just arrived. Thanks, guys. I actually, if I want to be a little vulnerable today too, I was kind of like having a little panic today about the cost of everything. That I was even just like checking out some of the prices of the shirts and stuff, and I was like, are people able to afford these things? Like, is there, are these well priced? So I was looking at that today too, because I don't know. Sometimes I think about those things, but I think everything is literally a buck or two above margin. With the exception of sweaters, I think those are about like $5. Pretty well priced for the quality. The whole point isn't to make money off of them. They're just so you guys can have stuff with, cool keyboard stuff on it. That's literally it. You should price the Manta at $3. In fact, you should just give me one for free. If you can convince Bowl, then sure. Is that a ribbon cable? It is indeed. So, just to kind of talk about this one more time here. This is a pretty no-frills PCB. All right? Would I have loved to see some options on this? Hell yeah. I would have loved to. I would have loved to see a few options. I'm sure Chester is already seeing this piece of criticism coming here, but yeah, I think options would be nice. Options are never a terrible thing. For what it's worth, though, with all the other stuff you're getting in this package for about $170, I'm not super upset at it. I think it kind of fits into the price point. But if you did want to elevate the board even further, kind of like I mentioned, by putting some ridges on the inside to help break up some sound, then yeah, I think going with something like a few more options, even just the basics, is always a good thing to do too. But, just kind of talking out loud there. And this is going to be PCB mounted. I think as well as top... Is it as well as top mount? Yeah, there's screws there. So you can either do like a gasket or a top, which is interesting. Now I don't know what I want to pick for switches. I didn't know these were in the bag. I like the blue cheese stuff. The blue cheese switches are pretty dope. Crazy how my number one fan isn't even giving me a Manta for free? Huh? So nice.
Tap Tap Friday, Alex. If I could choose a single option, you will always be my only one.
Damn. Thank you, Zach. Appreciate that, man. Tap Tap Friday, you too. Crazy though, Fried. Are you gonna put an Otis config version of the Manta? Oh, like a personal configuration? I don't know. I guess we have to. I'm gonna do tons of experimenting with that. Like when that comes in, expect probably a few days on that. But all right. Now I don't know what I want to pick here. And then we have screws in the bottom. I do like the screws on the base of the board here. I think that's quite nice. But for now, let's move this over to the side, and I guess I'm going to prep some stabs. I think I have 1 or 2 sets left of Type Plus stabs that I want to do. It's nice to see you, Alex. Hope all's well. Hi, Deez. Hello, hello. Ribbon connector. It makes me angry.
Alexotos,
I think I've learned to embrace and accept them a little bit. You know. Thank you, Super Megusta, for the tier 1. I really appreciate it. How you doing? Amadeus, how you doing? I've been thinking a lot about the Alexotos merch store too. I think the pricing is fair, but the quality, like others. Wait, sorry,
I've been thinking a lot about the Alexotos merch store too. I think the pricing is fair for the quality, like others have said. But I would definitely consider expanding the options. Tier list for reference.
Bro, how did we end up here? Bro is reading? I know. How did we end up at that? That's crazy. Am I going to review the Key Cult number 3? If Mike sends me one, I will review it. Oh, and just like every other stream, guys, this one here, we're keeping the board afterwards. It's sponsored. I'm still not going to hold back on what I think. As you guys can already see, I'm pointing out things, and it's never stopped me in the past. Chester has no say in what's happening in this live stream. Live streams are also a great way to demo boards, in my humble opinion, because there's no covering up mistakes. There's no covering up things. There's no going back to edit videos. Everything's done live. Where's my lube? Huh. Key Cult number 3 is actually coming out. Yeah, I think the best way to kind of follow all of the Key Cult stuff is to go follow Novel Keys. Join the Discord, watch Mike's streams. I think that's usually the best way to go about it. Oh, I was taking photos of it. Why was I taking pictures of it? Who knows? What stabs are these? These are Type Plus stabs. In my humble opinion, they are extremely good. A little tedious to build, but extremely good. Alright. I thought these streams were pre-taped and you were just really good at anticipating what chat will say. I wish I had that level of talent. Truly. You guys give me too much credit. The reason why I like these stabs so much is just because they have low contact points on the... What am I doing? I gotta do this first. On the plastic of the stabilizer housing. So they're pretty good for that. Your talent is being handsome, Alex. Thank you, Crimson. Thank you, thank you. Is it just me, or are switches and stabs their best with a little bit of spit? I'm sorry, what? Huh? Not just you? Earwax? Do I have earwax? Do I? You guys are making me look. Did I? Oh well, I'm a human being. I have it sometimes. Literally just clean my ears too, man. That's crazy. What's a good brand of spit? Okay, now we're getting a little weird. Now we're getting too weird. Not even a little. Your mom's? Damn, that was pretty... That was a pretty old school joke right there. I personally like Alexotos brand of spit. God damn, brother. No joke, I wanted to have a brand of keyboard lube called... Oh my god, Gingy. Why, though? Owl Labs made the jelly? You guys are getting a little wild here. Who made the jelly and have you ever built one? Do you mean the jelly like the Owl Labs one? Can y'all relax? I'm trying to eat pizza. Shake my head. Bro, pizza sounds so good right now. Pizza sounds... I don't want... Why are we going to get into... Why did we... No, let's not do food talk. Let's not today. That is not what I'm trying to get into today. I had meatloaf for dinner and now I want pizza. I haven't had... I mean, okay. I've had okay pizza in the last little bit. There was one pizza we had. I don't remember what it was called now, but it was a smaller, more like artisanal thing, and it was pretty good. Can I send you a picture of Korean fried chicken that I got? Bro, are we really getting onto the food talk? Damn. Sorry, everybody. That's, it's an unfortunate thing here. Homemade pizza is the plan for tomorrow? What's your go-to for homemade pizza? Like, how do you normally do it, or do you just kind of wing it with toppings? Food talk. That is crazy. Oh, I wanted to spitball some ideas to you guys if you guys are chill with that. So I know I spoke about this last year, but I was considering bringing back the idea. Not that I ever started. I was starting to do it, but I never did. The idea of doing a monthly article about new stuff in the hobby. I think, oh sorry, I did actually try to do one, but I ended up kind of changing the process of it. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I don't know if it's something you guys would be interested. I was hoping to make it more about very niche things and not so much mainstream releases. I know that's super subjective, I feel like, in our hobby, but considering doing that, I thought that would be kind of fun. Yeah, and just like stuff in the hobby. And I was also considering making it like, you know, a bit more community based. So like if there was a cool board that someone talked about in our Discord, we'd maybe mention it in this article type thing and kind of get, you know, people, not just brands or releases involved in these things. So I was thinking about doing that. Thanks, Kern. Always +1 to written content. I usually don't have time for all the videos. Yeah, I've been so into written stuff these days. If I'm being honest with you guys, like content-wise, I feel like I was actually going to write about this. Other than streaming, and I know that's all I do, but even something like Instagram posts and like having to keep up with the Joneses in a way, you know, so to speak, with all the other stuff but social media, I have been so burnt out trying to not even compete with people, but just be in this space and, you know, not be drowned out by everyone else who can crank out 90,000 fucking photos a day and has that kind of energy for now. Like, it has been draining. And I feel like most of it's just like, for at least the keyboard hobby and the tech side of things, I feel like who releases stuff first, which I can't win. I don't do. And it's been a bit draining. So one thing I've been finding myself doing is, even with consuming video content, I just can't do it anymore. Like, it's just, you know, it doesn't really do it for me anymore. So I've been finding myself reading a lot more. And I don't mean storybooks. I mean like articles, or like instead of going to YouTube to get my fix on what someone thinks, I'll find someone's personal thoughts. I don't know. I just like the written format a lot. It's real nice. Hey Alex, I really appreciate if you could tell me more about the grills at the bottom of a keyboard case. How does it sound? What do you mean by grills, Bunny? I'm sorry. Maybe I'm a little bit confused here. Do I fuck with Captain Underpants? Hell yeah, bro. Absolutely. I like articles. It's always good to have your typed up opinions. Yeah, I feel like I kind of prefer it lately too. The streaming space is kind of, you know, for keyboard stuff is kind of slowish, so like not a lot of keyboard streamers. But you guys can go watch Manic Geek. Manic Geek is awesome. There's some amazing streamers that still do stream, like Marcia, Diego, Patty, Marshmallows whenever she gets on, Geo whenever he gets on. Not Tim, because Tim doesn't stream no more. Can you also add photography or video tips and tricks? I was literally that was the next thing I was gonna spitball to you guys. So the other thing I was considering doing an article on that I feel more inspired to do is just like simple tips and tricks, like nothing super advanced yet, anyways, but just some ideas on how to get good photos, either with things around the house or with natural light and stuff like that, without having to spend money on crazy amount of gear. Also, random question: what happened to Teja? Teja took a job at Norbauer. I don't exactly know all the details, nor do I know when he's supposed to start, or when he's, when that content he's supposed to do with Norbauer is supposed to release. I have no idea. But that is what's up with Teja. I don't want to speak on his behalf. I think if you watch that video he posted on his channel, it'll probably give you a better idea of maybe his thoughts on, I guess, what he felt in content creation, I suppose. I joked about him before about a collab article between you and Neflock about photos to be incredible. I'd be so down for that, dude. I'm just humbled you guys even want my opinions on those things, But I want to do, I think my main goal that I want to do is more like a community-based thing where we can, recognize some cool community things rather than just celebrate, oh, QK is releasing another board this week. You know what I mean? How are we doing, gamers? Alex, you were looking particularly cute in a scruffy kind of way. Thank you. I didn't get a chance to shave today, and I was feeling a little bit bad about that, but now I don't. I'm sorry to repeat, but I was asking about the cuts at the bottom of the manta. Oh, do you mean the wait, do you mean the horizontal lines in the shell of the case, or do you mean the fact that we left openness in the weight, the actual bottom part? Is that what you mean by that? Oh, the horizontal cuts. Okay, so those cuts. So the way sound works, and there's a few reasons why those cuts even exist in the first place. There's two different things. I think the main reason why people would add those things is it helps deflect sound. So when sound is reaching this point here, which is, let's just say this is a flat surface. If a sound wave goes like this, it kind of spreads out a little bit and then bounces, it'll just reflect back, however, this way here, go this way and go out. If you put things and interrupt that, if you have this instead, well, the sound has to travel further, even though it's small amounts, has to further go in the inside of that and then bounce out differently. So you're kind of changing up the way a sound would just kind of reflect off of something, which in not so technical terms, if you have a very flat surface, you could get a very flat sound that reflects back, or just a sound that's not maybe super ideal. I think it mainly affects things that have very, aluminum, for example, which the density of aluminum might not be the best sound profile in the world for everybody. It's all personal preference. And this is usually why we saw a lot of people do through weights in keyboards. It's because you're giving it some different densities, you're giving it some different ways to bounce sound, which is a good thing in most cases. But the reason why we add those and a lot of other people add those is just it helps bounce sound differently. I think where I first picked that up from, because I am by no means a sound engineer or anything, a long time ago, and I spoke about this for many, many years, is I was really into headphones, and Odyssey, or however you pronounce them, I owned a pair of their LCD2s, the phasered versions, and they had kind of touted that they had included basically in the speaker grill, on top of these little poles, they included triangles, which was supposed to reflect sound differently and kind of shape the sound better. So essentially, that's the same ideology of why you'd put like ridges or something inside a keyboard, is just because it helps shape some of the sound. But yeah, that's really it. That's kind of the main reason, I'd say. The more important reason, anyways. Hope that makes sense. Hope that wasn't too boring. Mr. I requested the silver one, but we'll see what they end up sending. Also, is this a short shift, I assume? Oh no, this is a regular shift for this. Okay. I have kind of a weird question. I have both a cheapo aluminum keyboard from Yunzi and an HHKB. I've never tried the bouncing feeling or any weird mounting styles. How different is the typing feeling with different mounts? Bro, let me keep it the fattest buck with you right now, okay? It's different, but in the long run, when you're using a keyboard on the daily, you're gonna get used to it, and it's not gonna matter anymore. Like, this is just me speaking with, I have literally keyboards like piled up on each other over here. Like, I have so many that I can confidently say that I can go from a top mount to, which is supposed to be stiffer, to a really bouncy keyboard. And it might be one of those things where I'm typing, I'm like, oh, this is nice. And then as I get into typing, it's just, like, you kind of lose that. So this is why I personally like don't focus on typing feeling that much anymore. I used to care about it a lot, but I find myself as I kind of go with keyboards, it's become a bit of a moot point. I find personally you're going to notice sound more than you're going to notice typing feel, and you're going to be caring about more your comfort more than your typing feel as well. And I know those kind of cross some, Venn diagram barriers there, but, I do think there are some extreme examples. For example, the Class 60 was really bouncy, and that's fun to type on. And there's also some extreme examples of more stiff keyboards. But I'm going to say that everything that kind of falls in the middle is kind of same. Like, it's not very diff, But again, if you do have those extreme ones like the Salvation, the Type Plus, the Class 60, you'll notice those. Maybe you'll notice stuff if you have the extreme flex cuts on things. But again, that's just my take on it. Obviously, you're going to have people who do find a lot and are more sensitive to those things. But again, my take on it is I can go from one keyboard to another and nothing bothers me, like when it comes to typing feel these days. Only if it's extremely, extremely stiff will I say something. Which is, even that is kind of hard to come by. But I hope that answers your question. I feel like switches make more of a difference long-term for feel. I do agree with that as well. I do think that's a really good take. Switches do matter in the long term, I do think. You notice different mounting styles more if it's just really poorly implemented and gets in the way of building the board. That's also a good take too. I agree with that. That is a very good take. You can always balance out stiff mounting boards with switches in play. I mean, yeah, that's also very true as well. You can technically counteract a lot of those particular boards by picking different internal parts, like plate, switches, etc. My current board is a tray mount. It's so stiff and I don't really mind it. Yeah, like I said, I've gone back and forth these days and nothing really sticks out as like, God, I cannot stand typing on this. Top mount aluminum hurts my fingers a little bit too much. Yeah, no, that's totally fair. Like I said, though, everyone's going to be a bit different because we all perceive things differently. I think typing feel is obviously very subjective, and it's never going to be a kind of one category fits all. But, I mean, that's the beauty of it, right? There's a lot of nuanced takes, unfortunately, with these things. Let's put this in here. Top mount on ball catch enclosure hurts my fingers. That's a fair take too. I like the ball catch system, but I now that I've tinkered around with them enough, I like them. I don't love them. Just got back from a birthday dinner. Bro, tell us where you went. Come on. How you doing, Mike? Where'd you go? What'd you eat? This is a 6.25, I believe. Yeah. My opinion is the right one, and anyone who doesn't agree is evil. Damn. Can't wait to get this cast off Monday. The one we all signed. How dare you? But also, I'm very glad for you, Toby. I'm looking forward to the Polygon 7 in top mount with PP plate. It looked quite soft just being top mount. Yeah, I would say the whole board was relatively soft. It's 7U? Is it 7U? Oh, you were very right. My bad. Thanks for saving me a little bit of trouble, Chester. Appreciate that, man. My eyes deceived me. Least favorite GMK set. Oh, man. Okay, I feel bad for saying this one, man. Bento. It's not... I know you guys are going to meme and be like, oh, Greg. No, it's actually Bento. I feel like, Greg, please don't fucking use this against me. Like, I'm begging you to not use this conversation against me in the fucking future, okay? I'm begging you. But I actually do think... maybe not Bento Revival, but, like, OG Bento is, like... It's a very hard to use set. Like, it only goes with very particular colors of keyboards. Yeah, that's really it. Bento in a bubble is a pretty set, but putting it on a board, yeah. And then I also feel like my second least favorite set is... What was that one based off? Was it GMK Hero? It was like based off that anime with the superpowers and they go to like school for, I don't remember what it was called. I think that's my other like meh kind of set in the hobby. But I also don't have any feeling. Was it Deku? That's the one, yeah. I don't have any feelings towards that anime anyways, so. Hero Zelda? Oh, okay, my bad. I don't remember which one's which. Yeah, I don't know. I think Deku and Bento, unfortunately. Like, and I'm not even trying to meme, but I think was there a Zelda one? Was that GMK now? I don't even remember, man. The anime with superpowers at a high school that narrows it down. Leave me alone, dude. The color scheme is odd to me too. Yeah. I think both of those have a slightly odd color scheme. Bento is so hard to work with, though. It's arguably a little bit harder than Deku. You said Nautilus is my favorite. Nautilus is not my favorite because I love the set. It just holds a special place in my heart because it was actually my first GMK set. And I think it just holds such a special place in my heart because of that. Like, it's kind of what really made me fall in love with, not the hobby, but with the GMK keycaps in particular. Like, I just loved the quality, the experience of getting it was awesome. Like, the tray back in the day was, it felt so premium, and I mean, it was just really cool. It was a really cool experience. And again, that was also bought from Mech Market at the time, because no one had Nautilus. And even just getting to talk to people about the hobby when I was so new, it was like, wow, this is awesome. What happened, Elquan? What did I miss? Bento was my first GMK set? First no Red Manta, now this? Okay, you know what, dude? Nautilus is my first too. It's why I ordered the Navy Art Key keyboard. Yeah, I also ordered I think I had another blue board, because I had a blue board first with PBT keycaps. But then I was like, I don't know. Then was like my blue phase. Like, I just really liked blue stuff. And then I grew out of that phase. Didn't you say you hate blue? Yeah, hence why I said I grew out of that phase. Blue is such a W color. We all have preferences. Orange is still my favorite right now, but I think another color that's been really growing on me is green. And in the past, when I was much younger, I didn't like green. Green was like not a color I fucked with. Now I'm loving green, man. Green is a color I fuck with, dude. Ad calls himself an Alex fan and didn't know you hated blue. I hate green. Really, you hate green? Green caps are a royal pain. You'll never match it to the green board. Maybe it's because I don't necessarily love doing green. What I click? Oh, my bad. I knocked over a desk. Whatever. Knocked over my drawer. I don't love green on green. Like I'll match green with like silver and stuff. Martingale green is sick. That's true, but different shades of green look great together. Yeah, you can also make it work with different shades of green. I agree with that, man. I think something that's recently also really grown on me, and I know I've talked about this too. Bro, I've been loving like stealthy, just black on black builds, dude. I think they look so good. They look extremely premium to me recently, and I'm just like so into that. Why'd I move this here? GMK Copper build soon? I don't actually have a set of GMK Copper. I think the OG Copper set I just never got in on. Because I might be free GMK from Omni. Wait, what happened? You might be getting free GMK? How come? Do I need these? Yes, I do need these. I do like that this is a 1.6 mil PCB, by the way. I think that's quite nice. Speaking of black on black, have you seen GMK Cosmos? Yes. I didn't pick it up during the group buy, but Miki, can you DM me? I need to ask you for your logo because I want to put it on the renders on the website. I'm slowly getting the website all fancied up, and I haven't gone through it all yet. I'm not done, but can you message me privately and send me your logo? And then also a link to whatever social platform you want because you did the renders. I've been meaning to do that and meaning to ask you. I just haven't had the brain power to lately. I don't know why. If I get a red cast and put the Omnitype logo on it, he'd give me a free set. Wait, did you do that? I'm late to stream. Does anyone in chat know what keycap set Alex has on the keyboard above? That is a PBT, or no, PBT fans, but it's not PBT, I think it's an ABS set. Atomic Purple. Although I don't know who has this in stock at the moment. So nice.
I off-sickly have my Omnitype tattoo scheduled for the 31st. Let's go.
Can I ask you guys a question? Real talk. Is Mr. Garrett in my Discord tempting you guys to get Omnitype logos for free stuff? Answer honestly, please. No? Is he harassing you guys? I offered? Okay. I'm just curious. I'm like, what is everyone doing, man? That's crazy. That's funny, though. I want that proto bro. Okay. He's already convinced Tony to get her tattoo. I know. But we did harass you and Bull to run red. Yeah, you guys did do that. You guys did. If I get a tattoo, I'd get a tattoo if it meant a free keyboard. Can I say something? As someone with tattoos, and quite a few of them, even some of the small tattoos I've had end up costing, like, I haven't had one in 10 years, so I don't know what the cost of, actually more than 10 years. I was about to say that. Even the small ones I've had, with the smallest one I have is this. This is the smallest one I have. And I think this was like $300. So, listen, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't know if that's, I don't know what that's worth to you guys, but I think tattoos are also quite expensive. And my last one was like when I was 21 years old. So I don't know. They're not cheap, bro. My friend tattoos and makes mad cash. Yeah, the tips are insane too, on top of what they charge. I haven't got a tattoo in a long time. So 21 years ago? Bro, how old do you think I am? That's crazy, Fry. I thought we were friends. PC Kohaku and I'll get a tattoo? Oh my gosh.
Bro, I have cheese and Doodlebop tattooed on me. There is nothing I won't get.
I appreciate that. You know what? As long as you're having fun, man. That's it. Art for life should not be cheap. No, I'm not disagreeing, but they are expensive. Like that's why I'm like for a free keyboard. Think about that carefully, guys, because it might be worth it just to buy the damn keyboard. Alex is at least 7 years old. I mean, add 27. Oh shit! Add 27 to that ad this year, because I'll be 34 this year. Isn't that fucking crazy? A petition for Alex to get a massive Omni-type logo on his forehead. I don't know if I want to do that. This guy old? There's no way you're 34. I thought you were my age. I'm 34. God bless, I turned 40 this year. Ooh, it's a big year for you, Manic. We'll have to do something for your birthday here. How am I today? Hi, way too lucky. Okay. How about you? 30's best time of your life, spoken as a nearly 40-year-old. I will say it's interesting, not to get all boring on you guys, and I'm sorry if this is a boring subject, but I kind of squandered my 20s. Like, I didn't really, like, I just kind of worked like I don't know. I kind of worked a job that I knew I hated, and it didn't make me a crap ton of money, and then I was kind of meh about that, so I spent all that money and on stuff that I didn't actually need, and then I kind of had to start, I guess my, I feel like weird for saying this, but I feel like this is the truth. I kind of feel like I started my, like, turning around things and kind of saving and, you know, actually figuring out shit for my future when I was like 27, 28, like minimum then. And I sometimes look back and I'm just like, I wish I did stuff differently in my 20s. Obviously, I wouldn't be the person I am now if I did do stuff differently, but there are certain things that I wish I maybe experienced, or, you know, maybe I didn't spend all the money on dumb stuff, but this definitely made me what I am today, so I can't really be too mad, which I understand as well. I have to be understanding of that. But there are certain things. You only live once. Since you missed my compliment points, I'm gonna compliment you. Oh, Scooped, you know what? I'm sorry, Scooped. You're the one of the nicest human beings, and always consider other people above yourself. I wish I'm your mustache. You want to be on my upper lip? Hey, yo, Scooped. Nah, Scooped, you're an awesome guy, bro. I can only wish the best for you, and if you guys haven't checked out Scooped on YouTube, go watch Scooped. In my 20s, I fucking hate being in my 20s. I feel like I have the world at my fingertips and I'm crumbling under the pressure. I mean, dude, I did the same thing, man. One day it kind of just clicks, man. It'll just kind of like hit you, and you can kind of hear me out. You can kind of make it click. Because I will agree with Manic in a lot of ways. I feel like your 20s will either go one of two ways. Either you have crazy times that you will never forget, or you're kind of just figuring shit out. And I feel like when you hit your 30s, it all sort of mellows and you're like, this is who I am now type thing. It's weird because I've always thought that was your 20s. Maybe I'll feel the same way when I hit 40, but like, I feel like that's the truth to me right now. I thought I'd be really mature by this time I left university, and I'm almost 40 now and I still feel like a child cock. You know what though, man? I personally am a believer that you should embrace the inner child within you, you know? I feel like if you just act serious all the time, life ain't no fun. You never really grow up, to be honest. Yeah, you just get a little taller sometimes. That's really about it. I agree. 30s are like still most of the youthfulness of your 20s, but have some adulthood experience. Probably.
I partied a lot before I was 20, and now in my 20s, in trying to get my stuff together, I turned 27 in a few months.
Hey, yo. I mean, dude, on the same train as me though, Tony, because I started getting stuff together around that time as well. So I feel you there. Also, was there any more little washers that fell out? Just the one? scoop out another washer from here. Party life is never tiring. Wait, sorry. Party life is tiring AF. I never did that phase of my life. I think I've been to like 1 or 2 party bars ever, and I hated it, and I left almost immediately. So nice.
:3.
Hi, OTY. Thank you so much for the Prime. My mom was just telling me the other day that she still feels like a teenager, and we're all just moving through the world pretending we know what we're doing. It's an interesting feeling, man. Like, there are certain days, too, where I'm just like... I mean, dude, the other day, I had a bit of a day off for myself on Thursday. Was it Thursday? Yeah, it was yesterday. And, like, I slept in a little bit. Did a little bit of work in the morning, because I still had to do some stuff for Novel Keys. And I think I spent most of the day just, like, cleaning and listening to music. And then I put on some, like, movies while I was cleaning and lube some switches and
I honestly
chilled.
was into a lot of drugs when I was younger, and now I'm clean. I've been clean for 8 years. Thank God I got out of that life.
No, dude,
sorry if the word vomiting feels good to get it out to you guys.
I am just glad you feel better now, my guy. Also, Chester, do you recommend we use foam or not? Would you prefer I use a foam build today? Or just because I don't know what like your ideal, and I'd like to know what your ideal would be. I'd like to see this board without no foam, if that's cool with you, Chester. But what do you recommend? Maybe we'll do a bit of a dealer's choice. No foam. I like the way Chester thinks. Let's do palm. You guys want to do palm? I like the way Chester thinks, dude. Let's see.
Everyone knows Mario is cool as fuck, but who knows what he's thinking? Who knows why he crushes turtles? And why do we think about him as fondly as we think of the mythical Dr. Pepper? Perchance? I believe it was Kant who said, experience without theory is blind, but theory without experience is mere intellectual play. Mario exhibits experience by crushing turts all day, but he exhibits theory by stating let's go. Keep it up, baby. Philosophy 101.
You can't just say perchance. Oh my god, mayhaps, per maybe. Thank you, Zany. The enlightenment never stops here, dude. We're always being enlightened. Okay, I am definitely using a plate fork for this because I can already see this being a disaster. Okay, what do you guys want to do? Do you guys want some blue cheese? I think these are Key Geek now, aren't they? Oh, that's a piece of cheese. I think these are Key Geek now, right, Chester? I think at one point you were considering HMX, but I think they're Key Geek now, if memory serves. Or we could do the Lumen Key Astrals. I don't know, I'm kind of feeling the cheese switches myself, but let's see. Or we could do Milky Yellows if you guys want Milky Yellows. I feel like the Milky Yellows might not be the best choice today. I feel like they might be a bit too bassy for today's build. But let's do a poll. Switches. Milky Yellows. And those are lubed and filmed and all the work's done. Or we can do Blue Cheese, which are Key Geek. Or we can do the Astrals. Now, the Astrals I played around with already. And the Astrals they're fun. But I will admit, if I personally, I'm not trying to sway you guys, but my personal preference is definitely going to be the Blue Cheese. We can use the Astrals another day. I was actually thinking even about using the Astrals on the S100 when that comes in eventually, but Boba U4Ts? I actually don't have any Boba U4Ts. I'm, like I said, I think whenever I get around to it, 'cause it's just been such a long week, and I apologize. I think the Key Geeks are going to be very high. Like, Key Geek as a brand will be very high on my list for what I consider to be some of the best releases in the last year for Switches. What is my favorite TKL to date? Ooh, interesting question. I'm actually not sure. Hydrate? Give me 1 second. Favorite TKL? It might be the Kaze. I really like the Kaze, or it could be the F1.
When Mario leaves his place of safety to stomp a turkey, he knows that he may get hurt. And yet, for a man who can purchase lives with money, a life becomes a mere store of value. A tax that can be paid for, much as a rich man feels any law with a fine is a price. We think of Mario as a hero, but he is simply a 1%er of a more privileged variety. The life kind. Perchance.
Oh my gosh. This guy put perchance again, dude. I can and I will. Gonna have to make that TTS cost more. Do you guys remember when I had TTS at 1 bit? I had that for like literally 3.5, 4 years. And then people found out that you could just spend 1 bit and get TTS. And I was fine with it, but then everyone abused the fuck out of it. No, I don't think I'm gonna raise it past 100 bits. Should do a special stream with 1 bit. Nah, dude, that's gonna be chaos, dude. It's a great strategy. My friend does it on his channel. It's really funny. Oh, for the 1 bits TTS? Nah, I'm just going to leave it at 100 bits. 100 bits is like technically $1, right? I think. $1 USD. I don't know what prompted me to have it at 1 bit all these years. I think it's just because bits weren't as popular. Dude, yeah, the 1 bit TTS streams were wild. Those were turning... Yeah, dude. Those were chaotic. That's like 245 CAD. Oh, fuck me, dude. I can't never win. We'll try both mounting styles. I actually want to try top mount first. I feel like I'm going to like top mount on this. I hate y'all. Damn, dude. It's like 50 CAD. God damn. No more doinks, please. I still feel bad. Oh, gosh. Oh, I wanted to also mention something to you guys, too. When is this going to happen again? Hold on. Let me tell you guys. So, sometime in...
Those 1-bit TTS streams were wild. That was turning the adage thing. It was chaotic.
Oh gosh, why was it so late? Okay, probably the end of the month, most likely, just because I'm gonna be, I'm visiting Novel Keys soon-ish. I don't remember the exact dates, but I'm also gonna take a few days after that is done because it's very short. And there's going to be a few days where I'm just not going to be streaming because I really want to get some stuff in order on my website. So I want to devote like 100% of my energy to that. And it's going to be useful stuff like resources and a whole bunch of things that I want to, do for you guys. And I find it very difficult to have to like prep things like keyboards for the day for stream and then also do those things. So I'm probably going to take a few days off to do that. And by off, not from working, just from streaming. Devote 50% of your energy to that and 50% to singing my praises. Damn, okay. You aren't allowed to take time off. Like I still might do co-working stuff, but it's just going to be me on mute just working. So we can all hang out and then we can do like 20 minutes of chilling and stuff, but I really want to focus. I just won't be prepping keyboards basically. Wait, stream the co-working? Yeah, that could be really fun and kind of useful. Keeps us all accountable. Where's the desk mat? That was one of the other things that happened to me today. I spilled a little bit of tea on my desk pad, so I gotta clean it again. Oh, dude, that desk pad, I think I'm over it. Like, I know I always say this, but that desk pad is just like, it is a magnet for just bad luck. What is the set we're doing today? I'm in desperate need of a gamba. Ah, shit. I don't actually have a set that would be good for this, for gamba. Gamba will probably happen Sunday. Yes, I did build one Crimson. Fantastic board, bro. sleeper board in my opinion. I was thinking Miquelon as well. Maybe we do Miquelon. I think that'd be really nice for today. At least you didn't throw a dumbbell on your desk. What happened? Who threw a dumbbell on the desk? Someone we know did that? Was there a dumbbell that happened to be on someone's desk? GMK trays are too good now. They've done some winning for sure. I'm a fan of mixing and matching sets. Honestly, love mixing and matching. I think getting some accents from one set and moving on to another is fantastic. I did that for a few sets. Oh my god, it's so cool. I specifically like doing retro sets with like colorful accents. I think that's a lot of fun. You should do bento. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What happened in Nismo? Did something took 2 months? Ah, dude. Oh, guys, that's the other crazy thing that happened today. So today, it's a little break from this. I got a Canada Post package in, and it says from Canada Post, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, I've never ever in my entire life seen something that says from Canada Post, and it was it was basically a collection of things that got lost during the strike. So they consolidated into one box. And it had all this paperwork of things they put in one box. And I was like, that's weird. But it was a big box full of little boxes. And I opened it up. And it was a bunch of stuff that I thought we had just lost during the strike. There were stuff in there dated from like the end of November. And there was even one thing in there dated mid-November that was just making its way through the system. And then there was also a keyboard that ended up turning up that I had gotten as well. So it wasn't a big box. It was just small stuff. But yeah, it was weird to see. But I'm glad I at least got some of it back. Took a while.
Are you going to do the new Key Cult Darling collab?
Do you want me to? Would that interest you guys? Basically, Zany. Excited for the Manta. I'm glad you guys are. I think it's going to be fun. The strike was wild and sucked during Christmas time. When did it end again? It was a Canada Post strike. It was for our postal system here. Okay, if you guys want me to build the... I don't know if... I'll have to ask Mike if it's possible. Because Riley would have to, I think, send it to me. I'll ask Mike. I'm saving up for the Manta. Definitely pick one up. Thank you guys. You guys don't, by the way, this is... I know I'm helping out with the Manta with Bowl, and like it's our collaboration project, but please still be financially responsible. If the Manta is super popular, we'll figure out maybe if people really like the design of it, maybe we'll figure out stuff in the future, but obviously it depends on just how well it does. Whether I pick one up or it goes entirely... Wait, whether I pick one up goes entirely on how the build streams go? I mean, I would wait. Don't even get your hopes up yet. I don't even know if the board sounds good yet. Haven't built it yet. So, Alex, I just started the hobby. I went wild my first year, and this is the second year, and I have limited myself to 2 boards a year. Jedi. Jedi. Everyone goes wild their first year in this hobby. It's exciting trying new things. It will look even better in red. Me and Bull discussed it. We're trying to figure out maybe, but we're not 100%ing on it, okay? Honestly, I blame you. What would I do? That's crazy, bro. I went crazy when I started my new high-paying job. Also, congrats on that, though, Durian. I feel like I feel like that's very normal, though, Durian. I remember when I got my first big boy job, you could say, whatever you want to call it. I hate calling it that, but I don't know a better way to describe it. High paying, sure, but it wasn't really high paying. It was just, it wasn't minimum wage. And when I got that job, I was doing office work. It was my first office job, like my real first office job. And I was like, wow, this is cool. And then I spent all my money on dumb shit. The first year I worked there. You kind of get blinded though. You're like, now I can get all the things I wanted. But I made worse choices. It wasn't just things that kind of sat on a shelf. It was like stuff that I ended up having to throw away or just like give away to friends, and never kept any of it for myself. This set looks pretty cool though, right? It's a pretty neat looking set, although it doesn't really match the actual Game Boy Color, which some people said they prefer. I also think that's fine. Watching Alex build boards makes me buy more boards. Really? I thought it might do the opposite. Maybe it was like tempt people to save a few bucks. All right, so I'm gonna leave this piece of cheese here. I like this piece of cheese. Kind of looks like he's sitting on a piece of cheese now. So let's do that. There we go. He's pooing out a piece of cheese. All right, let's open up the board. I think we start with top mount. I know you hate blue, but if you don't make a blue and white themed color for board named Mantha, I don't know if Bull posted the color. Nothing's set in stone yet. Actually, I don't even have the list of colors. I think Bull only has the list. But there was some set stuff we're going to be doing just to make things easier. We're still, obviously it's still ways out, by the way. Like this is not anytime soon. But we're still trying to figure out a better way to like do that. I don't know, we got to figure it out still. But we have some set ideas for colors that we think are really nice. But we'll see. All right, let's open this up. I still really think this weight is so freaking cool, by the way, Chester. I have never seen anything like this, and I think this is super neat. This is an aluminum weight, though, so it's a coated aluminum weight, if anyone's wondering. And then I think the PVD one is the different material. I think that might be brass. It definitely feels a bit heavier. The atomic looks wild from this angle. Yeah. I mean, this angle is a great way to show off like how cool that set is. All right, so on the internals, it's also pretty well coated. There is a little bit of chipping around some of the screw points, which I'm not upset about. I'll show you guys that on the top view here. PVD is steel, perfect. Yeah, it definitely is a nicer feeling material, weight-wise. A little bit of chipping around that. You can see compared to some of the other. I'm not super mad about that at all, though. The weight is pretty cool. Yeah, the weight's really neat. And then there should be some extra density in this board, though, because it has batteries. So this actually does have a fair amount of weight, which I am assuming is because of the batteries. But pretty nice. All right, let's put this into top mount config for now. So I feel like that will be very, very fun. Also, is this the right way? I don't know if it is. No, it's not. This angle makes keycaps look like renders. Yeah, it does. All right, let's screw this guy in now, and then we'll change it up and go to gasket as well, and then we'll also do one with the bottom foam, depending on how well this sounds. By the way, if anyone's wondering, because I know this gets brought up sometimes, the reason why I don't put foam in builds, or I tend not to, and this is definitely not something everyone's gonna agree on, but oh.
Everyone knows Mario is cool as F.
There we go.
But who knows what he's thinking? Who knows why he crushes turties? And why do we think about him as fondly as Dr. Pepper? Perchance. I believe it was Kant who said experience without theory is blind, but theory without experience is mere intellectual play. Mario exhibits experience by crushing turts all day, but he exhibits theory by saying let's go. Keep it up, baby.
What was I saying? What was I even talking about? It was like important. Oh, why I use foam. Okay, so this gets brought up sometimes, and Basically, the reason why I decide to not use foam in builds is because, and again, this is personal preference, I think foam is excellent. It's a great modifier, and I'm glad when it comes in a box. Like, I like the fact that there's a bunch of foam with this. But I am in the camp of, it is a modifier, and I think a keyboard, a package sold to people, should sound good with and without. And I would say 9.79 times out of 10, if a keyboard sounds good with no foam, it's going to sound good with foam as well. I also think foam generally has a very similar sound signature to one another, like no matter how you build it with foam. Sometimes, not all the time though. It's not 100% of the time the same, but I would say it's easy to recognize what something sounds like with foam without even having to apply it. Obviously, that comes with experience, including from people watching. But to me, it's just easier to build things without, and then kind of going from there. If it sounds good without, then we have a very good base of what it should sound like. And like I said, foam is a great modifier in keyboards. And there's nothing wrong with it. I appreciate the length of this ribbon cable, tell you that much. I'm not sure if I got that, but we'll see. Alright. Make sure it turns on. Did I get that? I don't think I did, actually. No, I did. My Mode 65 is on full foam, but also HMX Clouds. Oh yeah, I didn't get this. Yeah, dude, everyone has different preferences when it comes to how they like their keyboards. For example, I love my thermal without foam, but dude, my thermal with foam kind of slaps. I am team thermal with foam. Oh, that's cool. There's some little perforated holes here. Show off some LEDs. That's kind of neat. A little bit of bleed, though, in case anyone's concerned about that. I think if there was a piece of foam or some sort of blocker to kind of get rid of some of that LED bleed, but that's pretty neat. Might be a good idea for that. I think it really helps clean up the board. And it just gives it the overall appearance of just something that, you know, is well thought out. Friends don't like friends use foam? No. Friends let friends do whatever they enjoy. As long as it doesn't hurt nobody, including themselves. Drop test? I don't know about that one, my guy. Are we thinking Miklon for this? Is that a good set for this? I think Miklon would be really fun if you guys are down to use Miklon. I was thinking Greg. Miklon is a good set on everything. Big true. Waba? Miklon with mixing, please? Let's see what we got. I think I have Miklon on a board, so let me just take it off that board. Yeah. I am down to use Miklon on this. I think Miklon will look really, really good. So, let me get the rest of Miklon from the box. Where is Miklon? That's tribal. What does the Miklon box look like again? Really? I like all the extra color. Plus, I think the extra color in this will look really, really good because this particular coat has some different colors mixed in to the actual base coating here. Gamba? No Gamba today. No Gamba. I prefer more deep boards, but I've heard some foamless boards that sound really good. Yeah. Like I said too, guys, like you guys can build the board however you want. The reason why I test with no foam and I typically don't rebuild with a million different things is A, the streams take way too long. And B, we already have a sense of what goes on. And C, yeah, I hate saying this, but I feel like sometimes it needs to be said. I just kind of do whatever I enjoy on this channel. And, you know, I know some people look at my stuff as reviews and whatnot, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate the confidence in me. But I think I would do myself a disservice if I didn't enjoy what I'm doing. And I feel like if I did stuff that I didn't enjoy, it would just be really tasking and feel not good anymore. What about the new people that don't know what's going on? Aren't they technically just an overview? You're not wrong there. And that's kind of something I've also thought of too. Like, there are going to be people who don't know, and that's why I mentioned earlier, like, you kind of have to know what's going on, I guess, a little bit. But I think if you have one build with foam, like if someone looks up like foam in a keyboard, for example, again, it's kind of, I hate just like generalizing it, but I feel like you kind of know what it does to a sound signature. But in today's case, we'll probably stick some foam on the bottom. Compliment for Anit? Didn't we just compliment Anit today? Anit, you are good with and without foam, okay? You don't need foam to be your best self, all right, Anit? Love you, buddy. I hope you're having a great day. And, yeah, keep on doing you, Anit. We love you. What the fuck, dude? Great compliment. Thank you. Can you feel me with foam is crazy. And then we'll try gasket after this. Although, you know what? Maybe aluminum would be really good for this too. I think Chester might be onto something. I feel like the aluminum build would probably sound really good as well. That sounds plamstick? What? What's plamstick? What are these switches? These are not HMX anymore. These are Keygeek. Keygeek Blue Cheese. Alex got me feeling insecure about whether I'm not good. Dude, you guys are all good with and without foam, right? There's no need to stress. Ooh, wait. Oh, wait, why is this one here actuating nicely? Let's put this on it. All right, and then we need control. Does this not use one? Oh, I guess this uses just the regulars. All right, that's cool too. Oh, because the layout's a little different. Cool. I do like the way this looks already. I think this looks quite nice. Although I might actually want to switch out some of these badges. And then we need the F keys, which are like everywhere here. Do I like the color brown? Absolutely, dude. I think brown keyboards, we need to see more. Chocolate color keyboards are fantastic. Even like darker tins and stuff like that, excellent. I don't know why we don't have more of those. I feel like it's gotten way better in recent years. Like, we've been seeing way like more variety of different colors and tones, but it's bound to happen. People want to try new things. Can you summon 17 people to upvote the cast to win? Wait, what? Oh, Toby's cast in the keyboard showcase thing? Ooh. Has a decent sound signature already. Where's the rest of the F keys, though? Am I blind? Where are these things? Oh, God. I forgot they're all different colors. What set is this called? This is GMK Michelin. An excellent, excellent, excellent set. Well, this is a 7U spacebar mixed in with 1.25 U's for the modifiers over here. Let's use the Artisan, the metal keycap. Damn, maybe we, you know what? Maybe this needs a secondary build where we actually use the aluminum plate. I actually feel like the aluminum plate would also just slap with this too.
Everyone please go vote for Toby's cast in keyboard showcase so it can win. Alex talked to me offline and said anyone who dares will get a kiss.
Huh?
And a pocket Nixie, less than 3.
I don't got enough of those to give away, my friends. So I don't know if I can confirm that one. Is there not one more? Oh, this guy. Okay. No, I meant Nixies, not kisses. I think I got like 7 left, maybe, if I'm lucky. I got kisses, though. Alright, so we're going to do this first. We'll do this. We're going to do the board right now in top mount. Then we're going to do foam. Then we're going to take out top mount. We're going to do gasket, and we'll take out the foam, and then we'll put the foam back in. Alright, so this is already sounding pretty nice. Before we actually do that, though, hold on one second. Before we do the sound test here, I think I just knocked my camera, didn't I? Do I want to quickly swap out one of these? Oh, I did knock my camera. My bad. What do we got here? Any cool ones? Oh, this might be a fun one for this. A little SpongeBob one, too. Let me see. I want to change one out here. So how do these change? You just unscrew them? I feel like let's do that one. And maybe something colorful on this side? Maybe we can even use one of these. I feel like this would be really fun too. Just swap it out for that. I don't know if that'll take away from the keyboard. What do you guys think? Just the right one. We switch to this color. Does that look pretty cool? I kind of like it, actually. I'm kind of here for that. And then I want to swap out this one. And I think we just unscrew it. So let me get my screwdriver. Pretty interesting. I like the concept of this board. I think this works for me. I think this is a pretty fun concept. Here's the thing before we, I guess, finalize. This is like a little hiding area here. I think the board is great at its price point. I think it's going to fulfill a lot of people's needs for something. We'll check out the front height here in a second too. But there are some refinements I would personally make that I've just seen as, you know, I'll say this, it might be considered good design practice nowadays that I have seen. I do like the badges. The badges are quite cool. Maybe we'll swap out this one here too. For example, like I mentioned, I would have liked to see more hot swap options. I know it's not the end of the world for some, but, you know, just from the sake of talking and criticizing what I can. Oh, that's a slot for the receiver. Oh, that is so smart. Hold on. That is so smart. So you put this little receiver in here. Oh, stop. That's actually a really smart idea. That is super cool. Okay. Let's put the SpongeBob one here. But yeah, and I think there's a few other things I would have changed, like even the internals. I would have added like a stepped base on the inside. Again, I don't know if that would have affected cost in the long run for this board, but you know, just speaking out loud. But I do like what this board is setting up to accomplish here, which is a pretty decent, affordable board, which is about $170 US, with some interesting customization you can do. You can even switch the badges on the back, but I'll just do the ones on the top for now. Fun. Yeah, I'm looking at that too. You can swap them here too, which is neat. Cool. So nice. Pretty neat. Should I put these back in the bag here? Very customizable to make it very personal. Yeah, and I feel like it's an interesting way to do this without the need to just slap an OLED screen on it, because I feel like that's what a lot of brands do. It's like, oh, customizable, make it your own, slap OLED screen on it, which is not a bad thing, but I definitely like this idea of using like little screw-in badges. It's kind of cool. All right, so let's see what it sounds like now, and then we'll swap out for something different after this. Swap out for the foam. But for now, let us see with the blue cheese switches on a palm plate. Actually, I meant to pause the music. And let's see what this is going to sound like. It's a little plasticky right now. I don't know if I love the palm on the top, oddly enough. Hold on, let me see something. The spacebar seems like it's a little bit sharp. Yeah, I like the alphas. I don't know if I love the spacebar, but let me see something really quick. Did that have a mounting point on it? I didn't even pay attention. Let's see though. Let's see. Kiwi on the spacebar. We could also try a different switch. Maybe the Keygeek is not the best. Been struggling to get palm plates to work. Really? I love palm plates. Let's see. And if not, we can slap some foam inside, because maybe that'll help widen up the sound profile here a bit. Ah, yes. I do think... actually, they're not that close, so I don't think that should affect anything. But now what I'm also curious about, and another way you can even test a keyboard too, is just... See, I like the sound without the bass on it. Which makes me wonder if the flatter internals over here, with the aluminum weight, is causing some sound reflection that we don't necessarily like. Which maybe in this case, I don't know about gasket, but for top mount, maybe we include the bottom foam. And it's interesting, foam doesn't always shape sound like you, I guess, can imagine it. If it doesn't already have a good base, for example, like right now we're not loving the spacebar. So I know this kind of goes against what I was mentioning earlier, but sometimes it does help to put some case foam inside a build. I know we didn't plug it back in, but I think this is already doing wonders for this. So what I find normally is if the board has a plasticky or higher pitched sound, if you put in case foam, just the case foam, not foam in between the plate and PCB, it can actually help break up some of that sound in good ways. I know I didn't plug it back in. In good ways, so you don't actually have to worry about some of the foaminess per se. But let's see, what does this sound like now with adding a bit of case foam at the bottom? A lot better. Interesting sound profile, actually. I mean, it's preference, Gingy. I actually don't mind this spacebar. It's definitely a little bit plasticky still, but let's try a different switch, and then we can go into trying the gasket. I kind of dig the space bar. I actually like the foam in this board. I think the foam is doing a lot of heavy lifting here without making it sound super foamy, which is pretty neat. Yeah, I was thinking maybe a milky yellow to kind of tone it down a little bit, but let's see. No, actually, I have that batch of milky yellows right here. Let's see. Might be too deep. I have a feeling it's probably going to be too deep. I feel like this might be a better spot for cherry. Believe it or not. I feel like cherry might reign supreme here. I almost always use case foam only. Ooh, actually, this doesn't sound too bad though, guys. It's definitely deeper. Ooh, I kind of like that now. Fits, yeah. I agree, Gingy. There's still a bit of a plasticky sound, but I do think that's just because there's not a lot of density on the bottom. But I'm also a little bit curious too. I'm going to try one thing, which is remove both of the screw points. Maybe they are sitting a smidge too close for the top mount, but let's see. I just want to see. No, the PCB is 1.6 mils, so we're good there. Let's see. When are we going to do a plastic plate with aluminum? Wait, what happened? When are we going to do a plastic plate on aluminum space for real? What do you mean? All right, let's get rid of both of these. Different bit, my bad. Oh, metal spacebar? I don't like the sound of metal keycaps. They're a little too much for me, as fun as they might be, but just a little bit too much. Yeah, they might be a little too close. And I actually wanted to talk about this too, because I'm kind of, not for nothing, and I know it shouldn't let it bother me, but I think people kind of misconstrued what I say sometimes about spacebar mounting points. There are right ways to implement it, and there are wrong ways to implement it. However, I do feel like a lot of the times an easy fix, if you don't know how to implement something or it's becoming challenging, is just not to include spacebar mounting points. It not only softens up the feeling of a spacebar, but it actually does a crap ton for the sound. And that's not to say that, you know, it's an excuse for poor implementation, but sometimes there's just no good way to implement something if your goal is to make the rest of your keyboard have a particular type of mounting style, right? Or just not include a spacebar? Sure, that too. That too. Alright. And then this is without the spacebar mounting point. I would say roughly the same. So I don't think those did anything to improve sound at all, because they were sitting right over here. It's a little sharper. Let's try the gasket. Maybe the gasket's going to be very, very different here. Let's see. Split spacebars, though, are fun, I have to admit. Is this keyboard based? It's the base. How you doing, Coaster? Alright, now we're going to switch it up to gasket mode here. So, let's take out these top mount screws and switch this to gasket. Yeah, I do feel like a lot of this, and this is why I like this new type of design trend, which is including the stepped internals or the ribbed internals. I do feel like it helps a crap ton with some of the sound. The brighter sounds kind of get dispersed. But obviously, it's okay to be different too. Not every keyboard needs to be built the exact same, and I hope people are understanding that too. Doing some editing for YouTube, and I figured I'd pull up and watch. Hell yeah, bro. Chester at Keybase is freaking amazing. Bro, I wholeheartedly agree. We were saying that earlier. How we really, really appreciate Chester. And how I've had a lot of people tune in and just, or even just tell me privately how great Chester's been. I met him in person too. Chester was at the last Toronto meet. God, when was that? I feel like that was a while ago. I have a better feeling about the gaskets because I do like PCB mounted gasket stuff. CMK? No, it wasn't at the Cannon Keys one. It was the last Toronto meetup we went to. Alright. Oh, it's just... Oh, this is backwards. I was about to say. Oops. Dropped my metal keycap. Whatever. I noticed those metal caps don't last long before the fitting gets all kind of weird on them. Actually do want to swap this guy out. We're gonna, you know what, I think let's actually put a cherry switch in here for the time being. Actually, I had one in here too. Chester allowed me to join the W70R2 in September after the W70GB had been over for a while. He had a couple extras. Oh, that's awesome. Legit made by 2024. Yeah, he is fantastic. Oh, shoot. I think gasket might just be the clear... I can already tell this is going to be good with gasket. Or better with gasket. Let's see, let's see. I love it when Nixies appear out of thin air. I had it from another board that I took apart before I had sent out for someone. So I just kept it in this bag. Where are my USB cables from? I get them from Ordinary Labs. Honestly, they've been the only cables I like recently. I promise, aluminum plate plus gasket would be much better. I don't know. What if I really like Palm, though, Chester? I think the gasket config is definitely shaping up. Yeah, I like this with gasket a lot more. And this is with no foam, by the way. This is gasket, palm plate. Oh yeah, that feels so much more open. Like you don't have to... Now I'm curious about the blue cheese spacebar. I'll type more. Hold on one second. I kind of want to go all blue cheese for this. Oh, my metal keycap fell still. This is a lot nicer with gaskets. I feel like maybe the top mount doesn't work as well, only because it needs some extra oomph in the bass to give it some proper reverb, maybe. But oh, that sounds really good with the blue cheese too. The gaskets are, I would say, the way I kind of describe this is standard fare. Like it's like it has some cushioning. It's absorbing all the vibrations and it's isolating the PCB plate assembly pretty nicely. Semi-soft, I guess. We'll put medium. I think medium is the best way to describe it, actually. Oh yeah, this is... It's so much more full sounding. Oh wow, I really like this with this. And I redo this backspace. I don't like how firm that is, but This is a blue cheese switch. Damn, this is truly night and day. Yeah, I don't, again, now that I've, heard the gasket versus the top mount, I guess to be very critical on that, the top mount's not, the top mount's not like the best sounding thing in the world. It's there. It definitely doesn't sound terrible. But I think this really shines with gasket. I just feel with the top mount, this keyboard needs, like I mentioned, something else extra on the internals to help break up some of that sound. Typically with top mount, there's a lot more metallic-y noises that it kind of feeds off of. So you kind of need to balance that by introducing some way the keyboard can introduce some bassy notes as well. But the gasket sounds... And this is with no foam too. Damn. We're still using blue cheese. It's no foam, palm plate still, and just as with the gasket mounts. And they're little gasket dumbbells. I don't know. Everyone calls them something different, but wow. Okay, this is night and day. This sounds really good, Chester, I have to say. All right, now I want to see with foam inside of it. Let's just take this off. I know it's going to fall off anyways. Redeemed a compliment for Manic? What do we got for Manic here for compliments? You know what's always night and day? How amazing Manic is compared to me, bro. He is an astounding guy. Night and day difference. Love you, Manic. I hope you're having a great day. And I hope the weekend that's coming up goes absolutely fantastic for you, my friend. Sup, nerd? What's up, Pars? How you doing, man? Oh, stop. Yeah, Chester, this is, for the price point of $170, this is nice. Cool weight. Fun finishes. Not an overdone theme on this. However, it does have some character. Like, it still stands out. And it's nice. If you're going to buy this, though, listen, I know this is my personal preference. I think this is far superior with gaskets. Not for nothing. I do think the top mount sounds a little lackluster for this. But, no, this is really good with this. Really good with gaskets here. How did this go? This way here. I feel a little ashamed of top mount. I mean, I wouldn't. It still sounds good, Chester. Like, it's not... I would not feel ashamed for offering just a secondary option there for people who prefer that. I don't think that's something to be ashamed of at all. And you know what? Maybe someone will want the top mount with, like, all the foam in the board. But I got to admit, man, this is super good with gaskets. I'm glad we saved gaskets to the end. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I've definitely, like, again, I'm going to keep it a buck with you, man. Like, I don't love the top mount. It's if you gave me the choice between the two of these, oh yeah, I'm choosing gasket every day of the week. I think this sounds great. It's my birthday tomorrow. Also got in the Enjoy 65 from the giveaway. I feel like that took a little while. I'm so sorry, Turtle. Yours is like one of the first ones I shipped too. Do you like it? Is it nice? Wait, the Enjoy 65. Do you mean the Tasty 65 or... I guess I don't remember which one it's called now. There's two different boards with that name, I think. Poor Chester's going to go back in the drawing board and redesign it all. Well, hey, you know what? At the end of the day, I think criticism is, it's not... It's a good tool to learn from. And I don't think it would be conducive to Chester or his designing. Interesting with foam. It sounds a lot more foamy now. I think I prefer it without. Like, it sounds really good with no foam. Okay. Not my preference, but... yeah, it's not bad. I definitely think this absolutely shines with no foam. Absolutely, dude. And then I also want to see the top or the front height here. Let's see. Okay. About, let's call it 19.1. 19.1 millimeters on the front height here. Sorry, I had my head blocking that. 19.1 for all you guys to see. Not bad. I'll be rocking mine with no foam. Yeah. 170 bucks. Decent customized. Well, really good. I shouldn't say decent. I'd say like pretty fun customization you can do with this. Good plate options. Wish the hot swap board had a bit more configuration here, but I mean, it is what it is. I have to say it on every project that I see just because I feel like it's valid criticism. Really coaster. I actually thought the spacebar sounded better prior. But I think this is really nice project. Good front height, very comfortable to type on. Looks good too. Great finishes. Very, well, I should say very fun finishes too. The weight is super interesting and unique. Love this. That's cool. Yeah, that is very unique. Fun project. This board here is called the Base, and it's $170 US to start. It doesn't really go that high though. Like, I think even if you want to get all the special colors and all that. But yeah, if you want, again, some feedback, Chester, and I can message you this too. I think maybe the best thing you could do for the top mount for future, not for right now. I don't know if it matters for right now. But I think adding some of those ribbed internals on the inside could help deflect sound differently. Or alternatively, then actually, no, that would be raising the price up. So that doesn't really apply here. And I think to keep within this price range, probably just adding those ribbed internals or those stepped internals. I like it because it's different. Yeah, I like it. These badges are really cool. I think this is really neat. This is a really nice little touch here, hiding your USB receiver. Fun project. Very, very nice. Price point's really, let me check the price point one more time. You know, easier way to do this because I accidentally closed all my tabs. Oop. Let me see this one more time. Get your base. Oh wow, they have a red weight with the default pattern as well. That's really cool too. The red pattern is really neat. Here, I'll share my screen to show you guys as well. Window capture. Where's my... Oh, here it is, Google Chrome. So they have a red weight, which I think looks super neat. The gold, I'm not really one into gold. I actually prefer silver personally over gold. I think that's a very personal preference though, but yeah, they even have the PVD weights, which we have on the side too, if you want to see that in person. They have different accent colors you can pick. Pretty nice variety of things. And then, do they have all the photos of the different colored boards here as well? I'm not sure if they did or not. Oh, here we go. So they have, we just cycle through like this? Yes. Flash black, which is what we looked at today. They have flash white, pink, yellow. Yellow's cool. You don't see many nice yellow keyboards. Gray blue, gray, flash red. That's a nice color red, actually. If it comes out like that, like this render over here. Cream, which is fun. Special mech blue. It's like, this is like the Casio color from Percent. Sometimes they do this. Oh, that's nice. I think a few people will probably really like this. Yeah, the red's really nice. This is a really vibrant red. I kind of vibe with this red for sure. Fun. There's all the accents. Yeah, the yellow's really cool. And then let's just say we want to do yellow at default. 169. Like, that's not bad at all. And then extra parts and stuff. How much is a weight? Yeah, even just buying extra weights is like not super expensive. Just like the default ones. Plates are 15 bucks. Oh, dude, even this is great price here too. All 3 plates, 3-in-1, PP, Palm, and FR4. $25 for a value pack. Now you can't buy them individually, it seems, but 25 bucks for 3 extra plates? That's pretty damn good too. Wow. And then what do we got for badges? I think we received most of them. Oh no, there's lots of different badges here we didn't look at. Fun. Yeah, I mean, we looked at some of these. Oh, there's Patrick. That's cool. Oh, the camera one is sick. I like that one there. As someone that has built a large amount of boards, do you believe that more expensive or the entry budget tiers are more creative and risky with their designs? Interesting question. I would say when you're looking, from my experience, when you're looking at some of the more inexpensive keyboards, I feel like those, I have it in my bag. I feel like the least expensive keyboards, or the less expensive keyboards rather, tend to be more creative in their design, while the more expensive ones tend to be more refined in design. Hey, really? I got the camera one? I don't think I have the camera one. I have a turntable one, which is pretty cool. But I find that refinement happens in the more expensive stuff. Like, I find that typically happens. I also feel like it depends what we mean by creative and risky. Because I feel like the more expensive ones will do more class, like, not all the time, but like, let's just use the Lily, for example. I feel like the Lily was a good, like the Lily didn't do, I don't think the Lily did super well. But you can kind of see that design pushed into other boards. And I don't know if that's like direct inspiration of the Lily, but Lily, for example, even some of the more expensive stuff like the SAT 75 was a very inspirational keyboard that a lot of people kind of, to this day, even kind of mimic. But I wouldn't say they're risky or necessarily super, like they're creative for sure, but like not in the, I guess, the more grand sense of creativity. But I do see that stuff trickle down, and then when it hits like one of the budget stuff, they'll just like fully expand on it type thing. So, but yeah, Chester, I wish you good luck with this. I think this is a nice board, and I think whoever picks this up will be very, very happy. Very fun. I like this a lot. Very, very nice. I'll have to get some photos of this. This is such a cool project to take pictures of. What did you guys think? Did we all like this? Thank you so much for helping. No worries, man. Fun. Let's put some stuff away. It is a nice board. Yeah. I agree. This is cool too. I have to admit. I kind of vibe with this little LED thing over here. I think it's cool. Definitely would have put something here to block some of the bleed there. Make it more concise, but incredible price point. Yeah, super nice price point. Mike from NK would say 1K Key Cult is a timeless classic. It's a rectangle but has more expensive materials. Alex. Hi Therak, how you doing, man? This board and the Poly 7 are such deals. 2 to 3 years ago, something like this price range, the NK65, AKCC, or KBD. Yeah, I mean, like, there's definitely always been more budget stuff, but like when you're getting boards like this, where they're CNC, they're aluminum, they have crazy nice finishes that, you don't even see in some of the more expensive, more mainstream stuff, with even a lot of parts like this. Because even this, for $170, getting like these little milled or machined parts like this alongside your purchase is pretty crazy. Like, this is pretty cool too. You don't always see that. And then on top of that, this being wireless and stuff like that, like, it's just such good value. But I think there's also, again, this could come off as pretentious. There's also a price to art, I guess. And that's just what you value and what you perceive it as, or what someone might perceive their own art as. And it's not a bad thing. But you do have the right to not buy something, and you have the right to, in a nice human way, not just a shitty, crappy, meany way, criticize something for the price they're wanting to charge. Like, you don't need to shit on the whole person's life for that, nor do you need to be angry about it. But you know, I think there's definitely a price to someone who feels like they've created something unique. So it'd be nice if there was something that blocked the light. Oh, yeah, I think actually that would be really cool too. If there was like a little insert you can do just to not have the LEDs there if you want. But I'm sure you can just turn it off. Plus, you can even technically just use the side with no holes on it. So they do offer that too, and just block it entirely so it doesn't show if you don't even want the holes there. Great looking board, great price. It's rare to see this in combinations. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. What's the keyboard design that you fell in love with after having it in person? The Quantum. The Quantum definitely was something I was like, damn, this is nice, dude. The Quantum definitely had me. The Quantum 60. Exactly my point. The value is just so good now compared to a few years ago. Yeah. I mean, yeah, even a few years ago, like... I mean, okay. I think a lot of us, including myself, like I was super jaded with keyboards. Like I was just like, wow, cool keyboards. Like, dude, every board that came out 2 or 3 years ago, let's say, I feel like that's more fair to say. I feel like everything was priced at $350. Like no matter how simplistic it was just like, this is $350. And that was like the norm. And we all kind of universally accepted it. And it was just, like in a lot of reasons, it was just fun. Like there was just a lot of stuff coming out and a lot of people making cool things. And, you know, maybe in a lot of ways, even myself, I was just kind of like, wow, this is so awesome. Look at all these fun things. And it's interesting even to see like my personal, I guess, evolution in the hobby. Like, you know, you kind of go from thing to thing and you're just like, this is cool. Like, what do I like about this? And then eventually, towards the end of your journey in something, you kind of realize what you like. And then you become a little bit more like, all right, so what am I looking for in the next purchase? But I feel like that 2 or 3 years ago audience captured a lot of people's attention. And I think that was like the height of when everyone was doing things. But nowadays, everything, like even this board, I think there's a lot more thought in just, you know, how can I make this stand out versus the next guy than 2 or 3 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago, it was like, dude, everything was basically the same. I'm not going to lie, man. Everything felt the same. I forgot I had this. Fresca. All right, though. I don't know when we're going to do the S100. Beats me. But I'm in the mood to take some pictures. So I'm going to go take some pictures of this keyboard right now because I am in the mood to take photos. I've been itching to use my camera all day. And I really haven't had a lot of opportunities to click the camera button. Yeah, we're going to do the Sunday photos on Sunday. We're actually already caught up, so. But thank you again, Chester, for letting us take a look. Thank you. I hope people find interest in this, and I hope it does well. I'm glad I didn't have to get into a 2020, man. Feels like the renaissance is starting now. I feel like you're in the best time ever for this hobby. And then let us go raid someone. Let's go find someone who's online. I don't know who's going to be online. I never know these days. Is anyone doing keyboards? I feel like there's actually a lot of people online today. Oh, here, Plastic Bits is doing something. Let's raid Plastic Bits. Yeah, there used to be a lot of people on building keyboards. I know, it's kind of sad to see. Building keyboards and hanging out is a lot of fun, so I'm glad you guys are here still hanging out with me, man. Really appreciate it, everybody. Thank you guys. Thank you all so much. I hope to see you guys on Sunday and see you guys very soon. Love you guys. Take care and have a good weekend and a good Saturday. Bye, everybody.